We've got one more segment before we get into our main topics of the evening, and this fourth segment I like to do is just the weekly recap. This is just a summary of all the things that have gone on in the world of women's football, soccer, and I just like to round it off in case anybody's missed any news. So let's get right into it. Last week, a lot of WSL and championship games were called off. The league itself has not been postponed. That's the WSL and the championship over in England. I believe they're trying to do it as if they can play the games, they will. But if too many cases are going on with the teams that are playing, they'll postpone the games. I don't see them canceling league play at this point. I know they've already canceled non-elite football, but that's just what's been going on. No games for this week have been called off that I know of as of right now. As I mentioned earlier, Fran Kirby and Chelsea routed Reading in a 5-0 win. Fran Kirby scored 4 of those goals. Ji So Yoon scored the 5th off of a really nice goal. She took it off of her chest with control and put it into the upper 90. It was fantastic to watch. Like I said, watch the highlights if you would like to see what magic happened during that game. A couple of other big things that's been going on. Abby Kemper signed a deal with Manchester City. I can't recall off the top of my head how long the deal was for, but that is some big news. North Carolina Courage ultimately lose their third star after Sam Mewis and Crystal Dunn have also left the club. Now Abby Kemper has gone elsewhere as well. We'll get into that a little bit later. Katarina Macario has also signed overseas. She announced this just days before the draft took place. I believe she announced it on Monday that she was going to be signing with Olympique Lyonnais. She has signed with them through 2023, so this is going to be a 2.5-year deal, if I'm not mistaken. Really exciting. I'm pumped for her, and I can't wait to see what she does. We'll talk about that more later. But keeping it rolling, Lisa Baird gave an interview before the NWSL draft the other day, and in that interview, she announced that Sacramento FC is going to be a thing. They will be joining the NWSL in 2022 as an expansion team. If you guys have been following this for a little while, it's been a story for like a year that the NWSL wanted a team in Sacramento and vice versa, but it kept getting stalled. Like I thought it was going to be a 2021 expansion team, but no, they will be a 2022 expansion team. So keep your eyes out for that as well. So, keeping it rolling here, FC Kansas City have revealed their inaugural season logo, and it is beautiful. I can't put it up on this podcast right now, but if you would like to take a Google search to go ahead and find it, feel free to. Otherwise, it's in the content that I've been posting throughout the week as well. It'll be in my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn post. It's in there. But however you find it, just find it because it's gorgeous. Rolling on more with NWSL news, Crystal Dunn, Lindsay Horan have both signed new deals with the Portland Thorns, and apparently they're pretty large. I believe in the articles I've been reading, it's saying 6 figures, so that's really exciting, and I believe it's possible through the new NWSL allocation money guidelines and compensation guidelines, which we'll talk a little bit more about later. Those have been convoluted, and I've been learning a little bit more about it as time has gone on, but I appreciate you guys bearing with me as I learn that new endeavor. So we'll figure it out together, but let's keep it rolling. As I've mentioned a couple times, the NWSL draft took place yesterday on January 13th. It was really long. I think what they did is they overcompensated because in the NWSL expansion draft for Racing Louisville, the whole entire expansion draft literally took an hour, which granted, I'm sure Louisville had all of their picks ahead of time, so how long could it possibly take? But I think they kind of overcompensated and slowed this draft down by a lot, but nonetheless, it happened. They streamed it on Twitch, which it was a pretty good time. I enjoyed seeing 23,000 other people watching and commenting and all that other good stuff. So if you watched the draft, how did you like it? Comment below. Let me know. The last weekly recap item we have before we get into this evening's main topics, Katarina Macario has now been cleared by FIFA to play in an international play for the United States Women's National Team. So what this basically means is she could get selected as soon as Monday, January 18th for the friendly against Colombia. So really exciting. She's been working on that for a while now. She's got her citizenship. She's got a passport, I believe. And now she's been cleared by FIFA to play. So excellent. Good for Katarina Macario this week. There's a lot been about Katarina Macario, but still really exciting stuff. Okay. So that'll do it for segment 4, everybody. That is your weekly recap. Is there any other NWSL news that I might have missed, or just women's soccer news in general? Feel free to jump down in the comments as always. All right, so let's get into our main topics for